Anyway, all right. Let's get back into this. You want those cavalry riflemen? Well, they'll come soon. They'll come soon. Just you wait. Just you wait. You forgot to run away. Oh, you heard that? Damn. You heard the chewing. Damn. The fact that you heard that is quite interesting. Anyway. So now we have a 4v4. It's a nasty 4v4. On this map, whatever this is. Lian Forest. Lovely. So we have... Okay, oh damn. Okay, so SPQR OP. Might be Italian. Chrono Walker. 47, who probably sent in the replay. And Taradak. So that's 3 Wehrmacht and 1 OKW. Yeah, how great. On the Soviet side, or Allied side in general, we have 1 Yanko Star, who are the Soviets. Kasaki, and he is the Brits. Mr. Meister? Is that the way I'm supposed to say it? I don't know, it's kind of funny. And then we have ooh something now hold on. I need to look up that center character so that I can actually pronounce it. Because that's the problem with Chinese. If you do not know something by heart, you just don't know it. You don't even know how to say it. Anyway, so essentially it's Lian Forest, so, I mean, we all know how the early game is going to be. Someone's going to rush some house on one side, and probably 3 people are going to go town. Then 1 person's going to go forest fry their team, and yeah, they're going to try to take over, especially the town. But it's like, we have seen this a million times before if we have ever played team games, because for some reason Lian Forest always comes up. Like, just always comes up. It's incredible. All right. Ulai. Okay, so Ulai. Good. Well, it seems like the allies are getting screwed out of the left side. Yeah, I think I'm gonna actually also do a little bit of this. Actually, no, never mind. I need to see what people are going first. So Yanko goes for the clown car. That's quite scary for the Nazis, especially considering that this MG is not going to have the easiest of times defeating this. Spinal Battalion gets out and throws a satchel charge on the exit. Jebaited. Now he can steal it too. That was really good, actually. Kasaki goes for an MG plus some infantry squads. I mean, boring. Brits are boring. Wait, hold on. How are the riflemen behind the Germans? I guess they trekked all the way around here. So that was a good flank coming in from the riflemen. Forces away the MG from Chrono Walker. Of course, Ulai, yeah, right. Ulai is just spamming out riflemen, which is fine. And Mr. Meister is getting conscripts, so I guess that's okay. For the Germans, we have some Sturm Pioneer spicy action from Rome over here, SPQR. We have the Chrono Walker, obviously went for the MG, but it didn't work out for him. Whereas 47 also went for the MG, but he's gotten 2 mortars, and so he's in a prime position. If the Allies decide to really heavily fortify up this left-hand side that they have now taken, he's in the prime position to do something about it with the mortars. His friend, however, Taradak, is in a terrible position to do anything because he's the guy that lost the MG, I think. And right now, things are not looking up for him at all. Yeah, he lost the MG42 team because he's got a couple of Pioneers and a couple of Grenadiers, which are not going to do anything if the enemy have, you know, clown cars and MGs and buildings. It's just not how it works. And the Soviets are even being aggressive enough that they're pushing towards the base. Now, they do kind of fuck up and get themselves suppressed, but the fact that they're already pushing into the rear lines and capping that fuel point, or at least harassing that fuel point, means that the Germans are going to have a lot of problems, most likely, coming up they do manage to get the neutralization. So now these Grenadiers are going to have a hard time, you know, taking this back. MG42 pushes up and is going to be enough, I think, just to suppress these guys and send them home. But still, look at this wow. He managed to lose a conscript versus Grenadiers, you know, vanilla, with no rifle grenades. Damn. Yanko, you know, Yanko Fed over here, still moving in, and still being a bit of a nuisance with this half-track, but eats a Panzerfaust, very close to dying. However, these Grenadiers are in negative cover. No! Okay, so they need to run away. Taradak even lost all of his engineers, so things are just not looking good for the Germans. Oh no, it's just not looking good for them. Everything that could be going wrong is going wrong. Their mortars are being pushed back, but at least they get a kill on that infantry section. These Soviet and British squads getting into buildings, but it's not going to be enough to stop the onslaught if we have, of course, Stern Pioneers plus incendiary grenades being used. Also, some more incendiaries going to be coming in from 47's Flammen half-track. There goes another infantry section for the Brits. So Kasaki has lost essentially all of his tier 1 except an MG. He's got a 50 cal armor-piercing sniper, Boise AT rifle, and a Royal Engineer, but man, except for the sniper being able to like gib the Germans and wow, he just exploded that was like in, that was basically like in one of those, like it's just it's almost like it's from an RPG or something. Like look at this, somehow a bullet from the sniper, oh, you know, severed his, maybe that, hold on, did that, no, there's a head, it's just hidden by that. But still, it like severed his left arm and his right leg completely, and then his left leg partially. Like, how the fuck does that work? That must have been some like fucking Matrix, the bullet does, you know, circles shit. I don't know. I don't even know anymore. So what are you talking about? Well, that's traditional Chinese. I know, you know, simplified Chinese, so yeah. Rear echelon sucks. That's why Cyrillic and Latin are superior. Well, I mean, they all have their own advantages. Here comes some smoke, actually. Is that coming from the mortar? Yeah, I think that's coming from the mortar. Because he doesn't want the MG and the sniper firing, which is a good idea. Can get in and cap. Because right now the Germans are having a bit of an issue when it comes to the VPs, obviously. We have a mortar pit going down for Kasaki, and this is dangerous because the 55 cal sniper can damage the half-track, but the half-track, there's not much else that can counter it, so the half-track needs to be kind of careful of this guy, but once this guy is out of the picture, if he's ever removed from the picture, then the flame can come in, you know, pretty much unopposed and destroy the free inch. So obviously Kasaki decides to go with the anti-tank gun, which is not a bad decision. Although he could have also tried to get out a Bofors to protect this thing from enemy infantry as well. Anyway, we have, ooh, AT doctrine from Mr. Meister. So obviously he wants to be safe against enemy light vehicles that might be coming on his side, and in fact, SPQR does have, oh wow, lost no squads, but almost lost a squad. He's got mechanized regiment headquarters, so yes. Oh boy. This overall is just not looking the best if you're the Germans, but, you know, they're having some successes in the last few minutes. Damn, there goes another squad. Taradak just can't keep his units alive right now. It's just not been working out for him. Looks like we have some British artillery being fired at the train station, which is an okay decision. Flame half-track is now going to finally meet its counter, aka the flak half-track from the allies, from Ulaige, but I don't know. Yeah. Damn, there goes the half-track from all those PTRSs. So yeah, they get kind of a confirmation of their usefulness. And in fact, I think that SPQR, yeah, he went for a Stuka anyway, so they're not going to be that useful against that. But the Stuka, we'll see if he can make it work. It's not going to work. Epic failure. So now, actually, the Americans are just kind of ravaging through the rear lines of the Germans. So obviously, 47 has to retreat all of his mortars. We have a couple of Panzer Grenadiers out of him, and they're going to be quite useful against the big infantry blob. But big infantry blob is, well, scary still because of the support of the AA. Right now, if you take a look at how the Allies are kind of pushing in, they're not even getting flanked all that much. Like, we have 47 trying to come in from the flank, but I mean, he's got the half-track there ready to respond, and so right now, as you can see, these Panzer Grenadiers can't really get in close and counterattack the Allied infantry. At the same time, the pack is trying to do something about the flak, but I mean, not really having the easiest of times. The sniper is in the building, which is an interesting choice. Especially because I think the Panzer Grenadiers are going to kill him. Oh, nice usage of the flame on these riflemen. They're being forgotten about, though. Oh, that's so bad. Veteran rifleman going down is always pretty bad. Sniper is dead. Also, I think that the Panzer Grenadiers can kill the Vickers machine gun crew, although there's a second Vickers machine gun crew ready to cover them in the retreat path. Yep. Also, the Katyusha's here, so the fact that there's a Katyusha here means that, you know, they can probably... Like, I think they made a bit of a mistake in not targeting those Panzer Grenadiers with the Katyusha. They could have wiped them out. Okay, in terms of the overall situation, we have that Yankel went for the guard mortar coordination, so he's got some guards on the field. He's also got tier 1 with some Pinos, tier 4 on the field, so T-34 85s are coming in for him, so that's pretty scary. We have Kaseki with a lot of fuel, so he hasn't gone for tier 3 yet, and he doesn't know yet what to do. He's got a 3-inch mortar and some nice QF 6-pounder anti-tank guns. Actually, that's only one. So he's relying kind of more on his defensive play. We have Mr. Meister with a Katyusha and some infantry, although still very much floating from him. Oh, what is this T-34 85 doing? This is perhaps not the best thing he's ever done in his life, because this is scary. There could be a lot of things that can, you know, kill him over here. And needs to be kind of careful. Needs to be kind of careful. And the last allied player, we have the American guy. Where the hell is he? So, Ulaige. We have 1,050 manpower and 150 fuel. So he's got the major, could go for something out of the major. You know, on the right side, Shermans would be so effective at dealing with all these infantry units just, you know, swarming into the forest. And also, he really needs to use some of his manpower. I mean, obviously it's a 4v4, so you're gonna need things like AT guns, machine guns, a lot of infantry. He doesn't have any of those. So he's gone for lieutenant, so obviously that means that he can get out some 50 cows. I feel like that would be a good idea. And he needs more riflemen, otherwise he's just going to be kept at bay with just a few grenadiers and an MG. Although the MG almost does get wiped. And, wait, what? Oh, ambulance repaired. Okay. That's a cute usage of the vehicle crew. Because it's not like he can do anything with the pack being there. Damn, grenade spam! So the pineapple nukes doing their job, and oh my god, that rifleman! He almost died. Any of the artillery coming back for the Nazis? Not really. We have 47 and Tadake, or whatever, Taradak, trying to push back in, and actually SPQR is trying to help, but it's not really working out for them that well. So obviously the guards placing themselves in the building like this is quite dangerous. We do have a 120mm mortar, obviously, from him. So that's going to be even more dangerous if the Germans kind of stand still. Oh, that's so close. Need to be careful about that 120, because that thing can wipe and can wipe with some very deadly intent. Cromwell, cruiser tank. Not sure that this is the best idea for Kaseki. Because, like, the Cromwell's gonna be useful, but let's just consider... Oh, damn! Nice usage of the armor-piercing rounds. Let's just consider the fact that the enemies are going to have a lot of AT coming in very soon, I think. We have tier 4 coming in for 47, and he's actually Jaeger armor, so that means that he can get out the elephant. In terms of the German doctrines, we have the Terdak, has the Jaeger infantry, which is relatively popular. I mean, I've been seeing it quite a bit. Needs to be using those camouflage ambush trainings, though. Otherwise, it's worthless. Chrono Walker hasn't picked, but he's got Jaeger Infantry, Storm, and German Mechanized. So a lot of infantry focused from him as well. And SPQROP has fortifications. So maybe we're gonna see some howitzers. He has back-tech to the battle group headquarters, and now he's getting out the third truck to get the Schwer Panzer headquarters. Yeah, I see what he's doing, but he's floating a lot, and only now he's getting a Raketenwerfer. So the allies with 3 VPs under their control and 276 points left for the Germans means that the Germans are going to need to be very, very aggressive and try to get back some VPs. This right side most likely not going to be reclaimed because of the presence of the T-34. The center, far from being reclaimed, is being pushed against the Germans. And also the left, we have the allies pushing in. So here comes some Panzer Grenadiers of Panzerschrecks trying to repel the allied tanks. And they're doing a damn good job at that so far, but yeah, now they get in too close of a range to the MG and they get absolutely blasted back to Deutschland. So yeah, it's not looking good for the Nazis right now. Being pushed back on essentially every front. Nice smoke from the lieutenant. So once again, that fuel being severed. And this is going to slow down the German teching even further. Although I do see a vehicle coming in. And the Cromwell, as I said, need to be very careful with how you're using it. This thing is... its protection is its speed and not its armor, you could say. That's a Command Panzer IV from Colonel Walker. So he has gone for the mechanized, right? Yeah, the mechanized. That's an interesting choice, although the Command Panzer IV is pretty okay. It's a pretty okay little vehicle. More useful on the right side than the left side because of the bonuses to infantry and the anti-infantry gun that it has. Why are there 2 AA half-tracks in the same spot? And why are they not actually going to the right to defeat these infantry squads? I do not understand. Anyway, it seems like Ulaige has decided that... Oh, damn. Okay, now you can... Okay, attack move. Attack move, yes! He's attack moving all the team weapons. Preventing them from, you know, taking them back. That's great. That's a nasty blow for the Germans, losing those nasty team weapons. Oh, he's not gonna do it. That's sad. Rifle grenades on the Pinos. Not enough. Is that the British artillery? Of course it is. Katyusha forcing back SPQR on the right. So, okay. Ulaige has decided to go for M36 Jackson plus a M8A1 howitzer mortar carriage, which is not the worst idea, but it's a very passive play, to be honest. And considering, you know, the position the Allies are in, I think that going for a passive play might be a little bit unambitious, to say the least. Because it's kind of allowing the Germans to have a chance on the right side, whereas they really shouldn't. They should be keeping that triple cap. With 170 VPs, that means that 3 minutes is all that they would have left, really. 3 minutes of triple cap. Hey, Momo. Also, yeah, I'm just gonna say hi to everyone that joined in the meantime. Hey, Luftwaffe. Need a replay from Matthias Herder there. Yeah, I don't get replays from Matthias. I'm not popular enough. He's just my friend. He's not my fan, you could say. Rip Stuka, yeah. That is some bad access sometimes. Yeah, Panzer Grenadiers are good, but it depends. It depends. Yeah, that was a quick T-34-85. The game is not over, considering what the timer says. Yeah. Also, we have some fuel floating from the Allies. 500 fuel in the bank, as opposed to only 250. Only 250. For the Nazis.
Flares ready to illuminate the front lines.
Oh, damn.
Ready to bombard with the base howitzers.
Look at these Panzerschrecks. We do have some base howitzers, though, firing on there, so that's dangerous. Look at those HP losses, but no model losses. That's lucky AF. Pterodact just really likes losing units. Oh, push from the T-34-85s up on the left. It seems like the Allies are trying to kind of two-prong into the German base area. But these T-34-85s are not being supported by infantry, and this means that going into the base with Panzer Grenadiers, yeah, if they are not careful, they're gonna die. Thankfully, they do run away. Meantime, the Allied infantry and not armor is trying to push into the center, but with the Schwerpanzer quarters and the Brummbär being there, that infantry push is going to be resulting only in a lot of American casualties. T-34 on the right side is destroyed by the command tank? No, most likely by the pack, and then the pack repositioned, but I don't know. Still, though, that's kind of weird. Also, we have artillery coming in here from Chrono Walker, and he destroyed a Soviet artillery piece in a very bad position, which, you know, that was built in a very bad position, and looks like the Jackson is wasted. The two M81 howitzer mortar carriages, instead of hanging back, they decide to move forward, and that's a very bad decision, because this means that they are exposed now. They need to run away. The Allies are still assaulting the German base from the left. However, I don't really see what they're gonna achieve with this, like by attacking the base. I feel like rolling up and trying to help on the right side might be of more use so that they can get the triple cap. You know, only a couple of minutes are left if the Allies have a triple cap. So they really should be focusing on that rather than this. Nice usage of the satchel charge. Getting the Pinos to hide behind the building was a good move from Yanko, so now he's able to ambush out that Panther. Then he gets the Pinos into the building so that they can get some nice top-down PTRS shots. T-34-85 tries to move into a good firing position, almost needs to sacrifice himself, but he really manages to run away, which is even better. The Panzerschrecks are trying to move in, but they realize that this is a pretty bad position if they walk into the crossfire of three T-34-85s. You know, no matter how good you are at destroying them, if you walk into their crossfire, you're going to take a lot of damage, although I think the first one might go down. No, they do survive, and they do inflict a lot of damage on the Panzer Grenadiers, which is what I was talking about. Also, some artillery pieces firing at very much point-blank range. Other artillery pieces are firing on the German base over here, including the airburst from the Brits, destroying the Schwerpanzer headquarters from SPQR. But SPQR, I think, at this point, is going to go for the KT. Okay, so we have howitzer here, gotten 12 kills, still trying to suppress the Soviet howitzer. Soviet howitzer trying to counter battery the other German howitzer, the one from SPQR. And just everyone trying to smash these support weapons from the no man's land before it's too late. Although it might be too late for everyone, as there's just constant fighting going on over the center. Very, very nasty shells coming in from those Cromwells. Here comes a Rekenwerfer, but it cannot, it cannot chase those Cromwells, so it's not going to be enough. Two M81s in the center, kind of derping into the Rekenwerfer, and the Rekenwerfer is probably gonna kill this guy. Yeah, miss. Come on, last shell. Yep, one of the M81s is just wasted. Katyusha's coming on the right side. Rifle grenades on the ML-20 crew, which is probably going to be finished off by the Grenadiers. The Panzer Grenadiers are still doing their thing, and the Allies are trying to make kind of a repair base over here on the left. 3 T-34-85s on the field for Yanko, but he's also got a Katyusha on the field now to counter all of the Panzer Grenadiers. So, okay, destroys the building so that he cannot put a MG in there. Although that works against him. Oh no, never mind, never mind. And the T-34s decide to push into a lot of Panzerschrecks. What is it with people really running their tanks into a lot of short-range AT infantry? I don't understand. Oh boy. Main gun destroyed. There he goes. Yeah, these T-34s are just being wasted. You know, like no tomorrow. Nice mine. But yeah, they're just being wasted at this point. Honestly, the Allies had such an advantage, but instead of going for the right side, which is empty, they just decided, you know, fuck it. Let's attack the base. Which is... He just keeps bouncing off of his own T-34. Why is he trying to destroy it? He can try to reclaim it right now. Like, just send all these engineers to repair the T-34. Come on, it's a valuable vehicle. 145 fuel. Damn, that's a lot of float coming in from Chinese man over here. Ulai go. What a payo. Need swashama.
The blasted Jerrys are down to only 50 points.
So the blasted Jerrys are down to 50 points, but they're not taking the third VP. Less than 1 minute of triple cap left for the Germans. Anyway, we have another push coming in from the Allies, trying to destroy as many vehicles and little team weapons as possible. So that's good, but... Oh, once again, keeping the T-34 in a very potentially dangerous position. Thankfully, he's got this vet-free machine gun that can... Never mind, it just got killed by his own... Yeah, it just got killed by his own Katyusha rocket launcher. That was very, very funny. Man, team killer Katyusha over here doing all he can to serve Vlasov's Liberation Army and destroy the Soviet Onion. So I'm sure there's a place in the Vorkuta gulags kind of specially designed for him. that Jaeger Command guy getting run over was funnier than it should have been. Notice how the Germans are trying to cap the center, but they get forced away. However, 47 puts his Pioneer squad into the VP, and they can cap that. Panther goes down. Here comes some Stuka close air support onto somewhere. Center. Doesn't work. Right side, still German. So the Germans are down to 30 VPs, but it's even relatively. The Allies are being slightly pushed back from the center somehow. Not really sure how this is possible. They're just keeping their units very clumped up in the range of artillery, which is not exactly the best thing ever. The Oberstleutnant are trying to come in and cap, but there's just way too much MG and M81 carriage fire, and they do go down, so that's obviously pretty bad. The sniper is being forced around, pushed around by the Sturm Pioneers, just trying to run away. Almost dies, but he does, yeah, he does escape behind the cover of the Krummel. The Krummel itself is not so lucky, and the Germans are coming in with the reinforced Panzer Grenadiers. Now they need to, yeah, now they need to kind of be careful that these tanks do not just destroy them. Is it going to be the crush? I think it is going to be the crush, but one of the T-34s is killed before he can even attempt to crush, and then the rest just insta retreat, making them invulnerable to the crush, although perhaps they could have just held their ground and killed the T-34. Damn. So the Panzer Grenadiers are starting to thin out the enemy armor supply, although the Germans are also losing a lot of armor. We lost that Panther there, we lost the Brumwehr. We do have the Elephant on the field, which is going to be, of course, quite useful against the American Jacksons and whatever else, you know, slow the Allies decide to build. But with T-34-85s and perhaps some T-34, normal T-34 spam, perhaps some Cromwell spam, it probably is not going to have the easiest of times. Anyway, seems like the Allies have finally remembered that there is a right side to the map, and the left side is also being recapped, so the Germans really need to start thinking about their options. With just 30 VPs left. There goes the Grenadier squad. What a waste of the Soviets' people. Vast socialist wealth. And what is everyone lolling about? I think the like insta-snipe on the... Yeah, I think you're lolling about the insta-snipe. What was that inhuman reaction? I don't know. I don't know, man. They are coming. Nice grenade. Not nice result. Yeah, the Panzer Grenadiers, like, there's just so many of them that, with all of them being upgraded as anti-armor, it also doesn't really matter because it's almost like having two Panzer Grenadier squads that also have anti-infantry. Like, if you think about it, because there's two STGs, right? There's two STGs left, so if you have 4 squads upgraded with the Panzerschrecks, you still have 8 STGs, which is like if you had 2 unupgraded Panzer Grenadier squads. So it's still relatively dangerous at anti-infantry if he just runs towards the enemy. Oh no! Oh no! The blob is dead. Oh no, it's not. Some of them were already running away. Oh no, some of them were here. Okay, never mind. I thought they were all wiped. Damn. And oh, this is not good. The Jacksons are moving into the blob zone. No, they're gonna get Panzerschreck. They're even showing rear armor. They're moving into the Elephant, but the Elephant is being flanked by the T-34-85. This is exactly what I was talking about. Mark vehicle goes down on the Elephant, and it is dead. One of the Jacksons died also. The second Jackson, however, is likely to make it out unscathed. In the meantime, the Germans have managed to, however, push into the center, somehow destroying enough of the MG support to prevent them just being suppressed on sight. But they're being artilleried as they cap the point, which is obviously not that great. More artillery is falling down on the MG crew. The one surviving Panzerschreck man is capping the left-hand side, and the Panzerschrecks are all that 47 has left now that the Elephant is dead, and the right is still being ignored by the Allies. Even though we have, you know, infantry squads from Ulaige. Ulaige also has 2,000 manpower he could build infantry with. We have Kasaki, I mean, he's not in the best position ever. Yanko is fighting on the left. And we have Mr. Meister, sorry. He's also got infantry squads that he could send to the right. And he's even got a M5 half-track now. So he can even upgrade that with a quad mount and then just send it to the right. The fact that the Allies are not going to the right is just not the best thing ever. Nice Katyusha barrage, though. So yeah, the artillery being quite damaging on all sides of the equation. And... the AT gun just pushes up to the MG trench, just does not care. And then the MG trench gets destroyed by the other pack. I didn't even know that the MG... The sniper dies! What the hell is happening over here? And the Raketenwerfer stealth up and destroy a half-track instead of the M8A1 howitzer mortar carriages. Also, some smoke is going down over here. I'm not sure what from. Oh, this smoke bomb. Wait, why did he smoke bomb this? What the fuck is happening in this game? What is happening? I don't understand anymore. I just don't know what is happening. Finally, we have fucking Chinaman over here. Mao Zedong coming in, and yeah, that's the end of the right side, and that's probably the end of the Germans. I mean, the center, they can cap this, right? They've got a Cromwell. We've got a KT though, and a Panzerwerfer. The Soviet player is still moving in, and he's still gonna be afraid of these Panzer. Well, looks like 47 has decided that Panzer Grenadiers were working out for him, so he's just gonna get more. Panzerwerfer's not really doing too much. And actually, the right side is pushed back by the arrival of another MG, which gets immediately wiped out by the artillery, and the Panzer IV command tank, which obviously, you know, not as easily scared by artillery. And KT is moving in now, so damn, what the fuck was that? I don't understand what's happening to the Allies right now. Man, this was something. And yeah, class, the forest is just like, man. Yeah, I think that it was the tank play so far that's been the downfall of the Allies. Like, honestly, with medium armor, what you need to do is that you need to have a mindset of either hyper-aggression or hyper-conservation into a hyper-aggression. So, the reason I'm saying that is that if you're very careful and you keep your tanks alive, they're gonna get obviously vetted up. But also with medium armor, you have the horde effect that's very important, right? So when you have like 4 medium tanks, they're a lot more useful. Like they're more than 4 times more useful than 1 medium tank, if that makes any sense. Like if you have 1 T-34, that's like 1 T-34 of useful. But if you have 4 T-34s, that's more than 4 T-34s of useful. Because it's just like, you know, cumulative. Like the more medium armor you have, because they rely on firepower and movement rather than you know, static, you could say, static firepower. Just having more of them is just much better, because you can be a lot more decisive with the way you push, with the way you flank. Oh wow, there he goes. So you either play very, very defensively, but then you still need to transition back into hyper-aggression. And the way to do hyper-aggression is to, you know, not walk into where the enemies expect you to walk. The reason that you need to go into hyper-aggression is that if you just kind of stand at range and try to slug it out, you know, round for round, frontal armor to frontal armor with heavy armor and anti-tank infantry, you're gonna die. And that's kind of what these allies did. I mean, oh, this is not good for these tanks, because now they cannot run over the Panzerschrecks. So the Panzerschrecks in the building, like, they're gonna take nasty damage though. They might even lose the building. Like, the building might die because of all the 75, no, sorry, not 75, of all the 85 millimeter. One of the T-34s is gonna die. Yep, it's dead. Oh, it does though, run over one of those Panzer Grenadiers. And all the Vet Frees are dying. Are they gonna be chased down like the dogs that they are? Yeah, it looks like the T-34s are trying their damn best. Here comes a Panzerfaust. No Panzerfaust, and the Panzer Grenadiers are going to die. Su-85 on the field from Mr. Meister, and 2 Jacksons are going to be keeping the KT at bay. Very heavy damage on the thing. Artillery here still doing its job. Second artillery after the first one was destroyed has been built, and more Panzer Grenadiers are being built by 47. Now he can build an elephant. Not sure if he's going to do that. I think that would be a great support unit for the KT against all those nasty Jacksons and Su-85s. So yeah, I feel like that would work. More Panzer Grenadiers. Just more of them. Wow. Oh boy. Is that a Searing artillery? That is a Searing artillery. This is quite scary. The Germans are actually double capping the Allies, and they are about to get a triple cap because of the left side push. If they can zero artillery this could be dangerous, but they don't really have the vision, so unfortunately, no, they cannot. Allied pack is pushing in against the Stoogs from Chrono Walker. Jesus Christ, Stoogs. Oh, that was a nasty grenade. And actually, it seemed... Oh my god, that wipe! Oh no, the 120mm mortar! This is not a good day to be a Panzergrenadier on the left side. Luckily, he does not get wiped there. Almost gets wiped on the Vet Free. That's the last Vet Free left. Another Panzergrenadier squad is wiped, so that was a very, very good engagement from Yanko, obviously. But his base, or rather his allies' base, is being crushed by artillery fire. His own artillery... It's not been having the impact that he perhaps desired, as the Germans are coming back onto the map. 14 VPs left for the Allies. Sorry, not for the Allies, the Germans. And it seems like... Oh, the Stug goes down. And the Key Tiger decides to come in with no health, so... Instantly, as soon as that is spotted, the Jacksons are like, thank you very much. And they charge in. I think that KT is dead. I will not even look at it. And we have the Elephant moving on to the left side. Yeah, this might be the end of these T-34s. This one is gonna die. Yep, it is dead. The KT also is dead. And the second one is likely to die right now. These Panzergrenadiers are sacrificing themselves to get the spotting. Worth it. So all the T-34-85s are dead. There's one in production, but it's still not gonna be that effective to defeat the Broom Bear all by itself. So the Broom Bear is now gonna have essentially control over the left-hand side. In the right, I did not look at the chase, but it looks like one of those Jacksons did die, and the other ones are at very low health, thanks to perhaps some good responsive movement from Chrono Walker and SPQR guy. We have some nasty fighting over the center. Katyusha barrages are just falling in left, right, and center, and everyone is doing their damn best to make sure that this area is going to be cratered like the moon. Perhaps so that the Germans can, in some way, claim they reached there before the Americans. And it's just, I don't know, nice usage of the smoke bomb so that they can hold the cap in a very favorable position for them. Grenades going down. T-34-85 just rebuilt, tries to move in there and eats some elephant. And now, middle point is captured. 250 points left for the Allies, and the triple cap is on, so that means 4 minutes are left for the Allies. This is just how quickly a game can turn around because of triple capped. The Germans are down to 14 VPs, and yet it is the Allies that are on the back foot, and the Allies that are essentially working off of a timer. But the Germans need to not be too overconfident right now. Nice Stuka, close air support. They need to not be too overconfident because, again, they're still down to 14 VPs. So if they lose too much in their pushing, which they're doing very aggressively, then they might be in big trouble. They're lucky that all the T-34-85s that were ever veteran have been killed, so that, you know, there's nothing that can actually cap that's a vehicle. Again, though, the right side is being just completely ignored. In fact, there's even some flares coming in from Kasaki's early warning. So the Allies know that there isn't really too much on the right side. They can just walk in there with some tanks and destroy everything that's there, but they're just not using that. Just kind of sad. I don't even know, man. Look at the American player, 1 infantry squad, and then the rest are vehicles. Are you sure about that? Yeah, 2 infantry squads and then a bunch of vehicles. The American vehicle army.
We lost an infantry unit. They got wiped out.
Nice Shreks. Oh no, why are you pushing into the center with tank destroyers. This is very scary. We do have some nice smoke coming in. That's so that they can keep the grenadiers in the capping circle. The right, finally we have a push moving in, so it's the Cromwells. The Cromwells are going to need to be afraid of this pack, this Rakenwerfer. Okay, kill him. No, don't use this. I mean, he's still shooting at him. Okay, there goes. So the right side, this is very scary for the Germans. They can lose the right side, and if they lose the right side and they lose the center, which is Fredden, then they're in a very bad way. So what they need to do now is they need to start moving into the center en masse and start putting in pressure against that. The Allies are down to 140 VPs, so they're also on a timer. The assault guns are absolutely smashing through the German medium armor that is left. So the Elephant has to come in and respond, which is of course quite good, but I think that this Brumbear is just moving in a little bit too overzealously. He's facing a lot of AT fire, but the Elephant can provide cover. So yeah, that along with the Panzerschrecks means that a lot of these allied armor units are in big shit. They might die. These conscripts, they decide to not move into the cap, which is a bad decision. Here comes the Stuka Close Air support on the thing. It's just barely too early for the conscripts that were late. The Panzer Grenadiers are moving in, and they do manage to get a kill on the M81 howitzer mortar carriages. This is actually a little bit more important than you may realize, because this allows a little bit of extra safety for these Panzer Grenadiers that are capturing the VP here. They're under artillery fire. They're trying to survive. They do manage to take down the Vickers. There's just a lot of things going down. Stuka Close Air support forces back the Allied artillery and the Allied armor. On the right side, we have that the British have capped this point, finally. But the KT is back. It's still not repaired, but it's definitely a little scary for these Cromwells. Not scary enough, though. Needs to run away. But the Germans still have the double cap happening down the center. We have some... Yeah, we just have artillery coming in from everyone. I just do not know what is happening at this point. Yeah, everyone's just throwing in everything they've got. I'm not sure what the Stuga's trying to do, but it's gonna die. It does kill the Katyusha, though. And it seems like we have some movement into the base from the Cromwells, but that's a bad idea. Like, he's never gonna kill the KT with the Cromwell, even with the half HP. Yep, he's gonna die. Much more importantly, in the center, we have that the vet-free MG is doing its part to kind of keep these conscripts down and unable to cap. So now that they're pinned, they can't cap. The Centaur AA tank is definitely scary, but there's the Elephant, so the Elephant is going to destroy the Centaur. No, never mind. He escapes. Second Brumbear dies. T-3485 tries to move in and rams into the Elephant, which is going to get it a crew shock. So now he's also marked vehicled. So I think that this is the moment in which the Allies are going to try to defeat the Elephant. They're capping the center VP with that one conscript squad. Here comes the two Su-85s, but here comes the Panzer Grenadiers at the last second, the only squad that's left. They're vet-free, they need to stop and fire. They do get the firing in there. The Panzer IV command tank should probably be coming in here and capping that, but the Germans are losing the VPs. They're down to 14. 13, that now the countdown is up. They're gonna have 36 seconds to neutralize one of these points. They're coming in with an absolute horde of grenadiers, but artillery from everyone is falling down on the center, so it's just exploding, and I have no idea what's up. There's not enough anti-infantry though from the Allies. Their one MG is being pushed back, and the Grenadiers are pushing away the tank destroyers from the Allies that have absolutely no business being in a fight against these anti-tank units. On the right side, the Cromwell dies, and the Volksgrenadiers can cap the VP. The center is gonna be eventually capped by something once it stops exploding. Left side, good move from Yanko by moving in that engineer squad, but the MG was just there. So perhaps instead of wasting the T-34 here, he could have tried to, you know, do something about this guy, but I don't know, it was just a very difficult position to be in. 8 points are left for the Germans, but actually I don't know, like, there's quite a bit of allies here that can cap these VPs. But they can only cap one, because they cannot cap the left and they cannot cap the right. So even though they've capped the center, yeah, I don't see it happening. Panzer for barrage destroyed the infantry section, and now they can cap. So that's the end, I feel like. I don't see how the Allies can come back into this. Main reasons for the loss, I would say the vehicle play and the ignoring of the right side. Like, there's probably more, but I just have no idea. It was just such a confusing game. I could not gather in everything that was going on there. I just could not.
With 25 points left, nil desperandum, as they say.
Nil desperandum. They still have a chance. I mean, they can still cap this, and they can still cap that. 9 points, 8 points. Nah, smoke. Smoke saves it. There we are, 8-0. So that's the end of that. Damn, what a game. What are you guys talking about? I have no idea. Infantry company, right. Mine, mine, mine. This armor must be a frontline unit. Standard elephant user. Yeah, I mean, the elephant needs to stand in the rear. It can kill IS-2 and IS-2. That's the problem. Yeah, it does not shoot on the move, so you need to be stationary. And also, like, even if you're moving, even if it could shoot while moving, it's not really that good in that. I'll explain myself. Because, right, like, it's just a unit that needs to stay in the rear as much as possible. And so if you move forward, you're kind of narrowing your arc of fire, because the way the elephant and, you know, those units work is that their arc of fire obviously extends further, right? So it can fire at a wider arc without turning at long range. Whereas at close range, it's going to need to turn a lot more to actually get a tracking on the target. And yeah, the game was very close. Now, I did want to cast free games today, but I actually do not have the time, because I'm probably going to eat in about half an hour. So I might just end the stream right here. Or maybe I could play some random shit. Like Battlefield 1. I wonder if the beta's still going. Oh, by the way, to all 11 of you that are left, in case you do not know that my Discord exists, now's a good time. Now's a good time to tell you. If you're not there, do go there. And, yeah, I wonder if the Battlefield 1 beta is still going. Yeah, there we are. So what I wanted to do was I also wanted to cast this game on Reserve Winter, but didn't work out. Go away. There we are. So no more Company of Heroes 2 for today. Will I stream more Company of Heroes 2 this week? I do not know. Because see, the thing is about streaming Company of Heroes 2 is that, yeah, it's probably better if I do another one, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna have the strength for it, because obviously, man, Company of Heroes 2 so demanding to play or to cast, and it seems like the game is crashing. Okay, I wanted to exit anyway. Right, Battlefield 5, whatever the fuck it's called. Yeah, I'm calling it Battlefield 1. I'm retarded. This game needed a tiger race. Nah, who cares about tiger races? Nobody likes them. Yeah, just before your game. Exactly. So you're gonna have to wait for the next time. Beta ended. Okay. Battlefield KV1. Is there anything I could play in like 20 minutes? I might just leave you and go do other stuff, because you may not believe it, but like I have other stuff to do in my life. Nah, I think I'll just go. Kotu is bad for your health in the long term. In the long term. Well, yeah, I could tell you guys what replays are next on the chopping block. Just go to my email. By the way, do any of you know if there's like a release date for the next patch? The one that's going to add all the commanders? So that I have a better idea on how to schedule all these replays that I still have to, cast. Because next one is going to be from Polite People, or Venetar. Then I feel like the other next ones... I have this one from Nomad on Forest. I haven't casted anything from Nomad in a while, so I'll put that one next. And then another one, I guess there is this 2v2 on Poltava from a person that I never casted, I think. So yeah, I think you're the next. So yeah, that's what you can expect. November or December? December, January. Okay, so we have a long time. Okay, good. Yeah, I'll leave it here for now. Thank you all for joining. Hope you're gonna have a good evening, or wherever you live, whatever time, you know, you're at. Obviously Lorenzo. Oh, there was also Char Martel. Hello. Obviously Lorenzo is a good evening like me. Everyone else, and of course Burgermeister or Char Martel, because he's Dutch. So yeah. Momo, I do not know where he's from, and Nomad, I'm pretty sure he's American, so I guess that would be good afternoon. Anyway, see you guys